see here.
All right, good afternoon. Super proud of our team. Great team win today. Offense rushed for over 300 yards on the road. Challenged our offense and defensive lines just as a program, what we want to stand for, the DNA that we want to be known for, the identity that we want to be known for. You know, the fingerprint on the season. Team 128 has an opportunity to develop and create, and to go into an environment like this and have the ability to establish the run game early, moving people and attacking the second and third levels like we did with a variety of backs and quarterbacks. I'm really proud of our guys. Obviously, it's 49 points is the most ever by an Oklahoma team here in this stadium, and we weren't very good. Nobody told me this stat going into the week. I found out this after the game, but we were 1-7 in our last 8 games here in Lincoln. Y'all forgot to ask me that. So glad we got the W today. Again, offense scored on 7 of the first 10 drives. Defense came out and got punched in the face and responded after that. I think they had 77 yards on that first drive and then 71 yards the rest of the half to average just under 2 yards a play the rest of the half. So I'm glad that happened because I believe that you develop a lot of, again, you develop an identity, you develop a mindset, you develop through some failure and adversity, and that's how you grow and improve. And I know nobody likes that happened in a Sooner uniform or coach, but you need that to happen. And so hats off to Nebraska, being ready out the gate, but hats off to our guys for responding the right way. And if we had an opportunity at a sack on 3rd and 4 there on their last scoring drive that we're completely scot-free if we make that play. We didn't, but if we make the play, really that first drive is really all that they were able to get. So again, proud of our guys as a team. Again, just we defended a bunch of drives, 14 drives. I think 11 were punt, turnover, or downs, and so that's again same thing, being ready to play. I think it went on defense after the first touchdown and went punt, 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 downs, punt, half, fumble, punt, punt, downs, interception, and then touchdown. And so that's, as a defensive coach, that's how you want it to read. Offense was much better on 3rd downs, really focused on 3rd downs this week where we needed to. Nebraska came in averaging over 50% conversion rate on the year, one of the best in the country, and we weren't very good on offense. Not really reflective of what we were capable of. And today we were, I think, 10 or 11 of 17 or 11 of 18 on 3rd and 4th down on offense. So excellent job, and held them under 33% on 3rd and 4th down on defense. And again, we want to be closer to 30% to be, give or take, top 5 in the country. But great job there too for those guys, and we gave up, some easy ones. So we'll learn from that. Our red zone offense has been excellent all year. We were batting 1,000 coming into the game, and today we were 3 out of 4, 3 touchdowns, and no field goals, no field goal attempts in the red zone. We missed the 1 field goal just outside of the red area. Zach Smith's been terrific all year, and I think he hit the ground maybe on that one and just pushed it. But he was give or take, I think he was at 5 of 6 or 6 out of 7 touchbacks, 7 out of 8, sorry, touchbacks. So he's been really kicking the ball well. Turk averaged almost 50 yards a punt, just 3 punts, and had the monster punt, and then we pinned him inside the 20. So again, field position-wise on special teams, our coverage units has been great, and we've been very efficient, in all 3 phases. 10 more guys caught passes today. The depth that running back showed, and we got a bunch of guys, able to play. I think we played 70-plus players. So, anytime you can do that on the road, it's a great thing. So we averaged almost 7 yards of play on offense and held them just barely over 4 yards of play again on defense. So, again, a lot to learn and grow. We're just 3-0. Again, we've not done anything other than win our first road game and get to 3-0. We got a really incredible challenge, next weekend in Norman with Kansas State coming. But looks like that for the most part, our team is healthy. Deshaun obviously will miss, part of that game unless they review it otherwise. But what I saw on the replay, that was a clear targeting. So love the last 4 minutes that our offense, had the ball there late. I think we ran it on 20 of 21 plays, only threw it one time, and were able to, again, control the clock and control the ball when they knew we were going to run the ball. So, again, no one here is beating our chest. Today was a good, strong win. I think we improved through today in lots of different ways. We were a little late arriving. We got the slow roll coming in, and I loved our mind. Everybody was that good. That's great, good. We hardly have any time to get our stuff on and think about the game and get taped up. So I actually kind of liked it. We got here and put our clothes on. We went out and played. So, neat place, great environment, just like you remembered it in the past. It got really loud early, but the best teams learn how to control the volume, all right? Whether it's home or away, we learn how to control the volume, so we were able to do that today, all right?
So Deshaun, that happened in the first half, so he shouldn't miss any game against K-State.
He doesn't miss the first half? Oh, wasn't the second half, right, I got you. Good. All right, so we got him. That's good.
Brent, you got things going, and they scored. Then Dylan comes back with that big play. You just got the momentum back, and then you boat raced him from that point. How big is that big run by Dylan?
It was huge. What sweet feet he had too. Who would have thought? No, that's and anytime the quarterback has a threat, to run the football, it's hard. Put stress on the defense, and obviously we're trying to keep 8 clean, and as much as we can. But he shows you what he can do. He's an explosive player, and that's his career long 61-yarder. So good for Dylan. Great job. He was clean again, 16 of 27, 230, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Had that longest rush of his career. So, and then I love the throw he had there to Weiss there in tight coverage. Puts it where only our guy could catch it, and Theo made a good, tough, competitive play there. That was a great throw.
Jaron comes in for Deshaun, leads the team in tackles at that position. How did you feel like he played and responded to that?
He played good, Again, I'm talking to myself. I'm super proud of Jaron. Is one of the most unassuming guys in our locker room. And then he also had the first, again, what we call the Swift Sooner Award. Goes whoever causes gets the first turnover. And he did that as well, punched the ball out. Great job. And he's just learning how to play linebacker. He has no idea what he's doing yet. But he's made a lot of improvement from fundamentals and the language. And I know things are going a million miles an hour for him, but he did a nice job. The tape's going to be great for him to learn from. He's really hard on himself. So he is an easy guy to coach, because he's really demanding on himself, as opposed to being a young, immature freshman that doesn't want to be told when he's terrible. And he wasn't terrible today, but he made some mistakes. He'll be the first one to admit that, but so did a bunch of other guys. So really proud of him and the progress that he's made. Ted's done a great job with him.
Brent, did you know you would have such a speed advantage and overall talent advantage coming into the game?
I mean, I didn't evaluate that. Going into the game. We knew that we wanted to get our running backs in space, and we knew we needed to be able to run the football to create some opportunities for us in throwing the ball down the field, and so we were able to do that.
Brent, what did you say fingerprints you used the term a little bit ago about putting your fingerprints on things here? What do those prints look like for your defense today?
Again, tough, resilient, edgy, hungry, never satisfied. I think those be the best. Those adjectives or not? Those adjectives.
Most of them. Yes.
So, I love the way we're developing. Again, our leadership and our mindset, and these guys are super hungry, and they want you to coach them hard. And when I say like they are literally sitting on the edge of their seat in every meeting, I can't say it any more clearly and truthful. And when we go to practice, it's the same thing. And we coach them really hard, and we hold them accountable, but they receive it. And that's, you know, we're still a long ways to go, but we're making improvement, steady improvement. And that's what it looks like. That's what it's about. And today, again, against an offense that just start schematically, what they do to you schematically. They're very unpredictable. They've got good players, and structurally they're very sound. Had the third best running back in the country, rushing yards wise, you know, coming into today. And they might have had some yards rushing, but at the end of the day, they weren't able to have the balance that they needed, you know, to be successful on offense. And our defense and the way they prepared, and our coaches, the way they coached them, were a big part of that as well.
You mentioned the line of scrimmage, offense and defense emphasis in practice this week. Why was that? Is that different this week than previous?
No, it's not different. It's just, again, continue to challenge guys and help them grow and develop and create awareness, you know. Instead of within a game, you know, on either side, you know, playing, you know, inconsistent, like let's play to our potential. This is a game of performance, not a game of potential. So let's play the way we're capable of. And it starts, again, you got to win in the mind first. And you got to be edgy, and you got to get everybody to buy into that. And again, so the fundamentals, the attitude, the physicality, all of those things. And sometimes it's there early, and sometimes you got to create that and develop that. We went 24 straight days in fall camp of inside drill. Spider pads or full pads, it didn't matter. And the reason we did that is you gotta practice tough to play tough. And when we're still a work in progress, but today was, again, improvement. And it'll lend credibility to what we're trying to emphasize and the team that we're trying to develop.
What type of adjustments did you make after that first series that went down so easily? Then you immediately settled in defensively. Yeah,
we're like a guy short on a couple of their formations, and we weren't perfect after that, but we were better. And so there's a slight secondary adjustment and then an alignment issue up front. We actually worked it all week. We just didn't recognize it. You still got to have players got to recognize it on the field and make the adjustment. I was close to calling a timeout in that first drive, and probably should have, but I kept trying to tell them anyway. But that was it.
You talked about how big that run is for Dylan Gabriel. You guys were kind of struggling a little bit on third downs for the last few games. How big was that confidence-wise for the offense to get past that 3rd and 7 and get that first down?
Yeah.
Especially on the
well, again, the biggest thing is you got to win early to win late, you know. So, you know, you got to – 1st and 2nd down matter. Like, they affect dramatically how you do on 3rd down. And the best teams are efficient on early downs. And so as a team, you got to have, you know, so some of it's structurally, some of it's decision-making, some of it's not getting out of your own way, right, or getting out of your own way. And then some of it's, you know, play calling too. So it's a little bit of everything to be more efficient. The best teams, the hardest teams to defend are the teams that understand how to be efficient and create leverage and create conflict and you know, move the chain, you know, even if it's not in 10-yard increments, you know. So that part of it was the challenge too for everyone. Let's win on early downs. Let's be a more efficient, you know, unit on early downs. You win early to win late. And just like a press corner, man, if you don't win at the line of scrimmage, good luck. So how you start as a press corner matters, you know, your leverage, the alignment of the receiver, you know, or you know, what your game plan is, how you taxi, you went outside to inside or inside to outside, and then I soft bump, I fake hand jam him, you know, all these different things. What's in your tool belt, you got to win early to win late. And so we talk about that a lot. But we try to really go out of our way to emphasize that. It would be really important this week. So we continue to move the change and stay on the field, and they executed at a high level.
Hey, but that three-man line you went with almost exclusively, is that, how new was that in terms of, how much did you use the four-man in the first two games? I really didn't pay attention.
Yeah, we've done a little bit of everything.
So why so much of the three-man today?
They again, when they're rolling, they do a great job of getting, you know, at least four guys out, and a lot of times five guys out. The ball, they catch it and throw it. And so, you know, that can neutralize, you know, your personnel. You know, you're taking four guys to run after the ball gone, you know, or you blitz a fifth guy, you blitz a sixth guy, ball's gone. So they do a lot of run and RPO stuff, and we were actually kind of soft and not great at defending the run and RPO stuff. Too often we were not like structurally like we should be, and so we can improve that way. But that was it, you know, just to try to, you know, that was a really good offense, you know, coming in and having seen Whipple play, you know, through the years. He's a really good coach and got a really good system.
Brent, you had a moment there with Casey Thompson at the end of the game. How did you, with him in particular, feel like you guys made his life hard today?
I don't know about, you know, about making his life hard. You know, today was about our guys playing well, playing together, and you know, this wouldn't have anything to do with Casey. We have incredible respect for the Thompson family and, you know, what they stand for, the competitor and player that Casey is. Again, he had almost 400 yards against us last year. And, you know, so our guys had incredible respect for him, coming in and their offense. And so today was really about us. And, again, after that first drive, how we responded and played pretty good, you know, together. Sometimes, you know, you might get off the field, but it was the lesser of two evils. Like we were bad, but they were worse, you know, for whatever. Maybe they didn't run the right route, or the receiver fell down, or the guy drops the ball. That happened too, you know. So, like I said, even through success, there's plenty of things to coach and correct and get better. But, you know, it wasn't about Casey today, from that standpoint. But love Casey and pulling for him, and he's gonna have a great year, and has had a great year up to this point. Yep. All right.
What did you almost tell you guys?
Huh?
What did you almost tell you guys in that first drive?